What Enea proposes is a different logic. It is based on having an integral approach of looking at optimization, security, and monetization. And those are three interconnected values that reinforce each other across the portfolio. With the optimization, what we are looking at is to reduce operational costs, making sure that those are opportunities for new packaging based on traffic intelligence, for new pricing models, but also to fight and to reduce and to remove fraud from the network. I think AI is being used more and more in order to make those attacks more efficient and faster and more sophisticated. Our approach is basically to combine human intelligence with machine learnings and pattern recognitions. AI provides the speed and the scale, while the human intelligence provides the accuracy and the depth of the analysis that you need in order to understand how to avoid blocking a legitimate communication. If you have scale without the precision, you will have noise and you have many false positives. If you have the precision without the scale, then you will always run behind attackers. So that's why the most important thing to think about when it comes to using AI tools in defense is the context. The context for us comes from the many years of experience working with global threat intelligence network and with experience of working many years in the intersection between security and telecom. That is visible across our portfolio. If you look at signaling firewalls, what we are doing is combining the threat analysis of machine learning, detection of anomaly, combining with our threat intelligence service. By that, we could protect incoming traffic into the network by scaling up what our previous analysis team have been doing into a global basis at a much faster pace. On the messaging, we have launched a product that is looking at restricted image to make sure that when we deliver messages to the end user, those are free from scam and protected from all threats that you can have on rich media communications. And then finally, on the third thing that we have showcased is our AI-based traffic classification that allow us, without looking at the content, to be able to classify, prioritize, make more efficient, and to define new product packages and bundles based on this smart classification. You don't need to inspect the traffic in order to understand the behaviors and the need of that communication. Based on flow analysis, pattern recognitions, AI classifications, you can understand the needs of that communications and the purpose and the value without looking even a single byte of the user communication. This is what we do. When we optimize and secure these communications and we monetize them, what we look into is a set of technologies that are looking into these value flows instead of the packet or the data as such. With that, we can protect the user privacy, and at the same time, we can offer telecom operators the opportunity to be able to enhance the experience for those users. On the monetization part, technology allows us to do a very large scale classification of traffic in order to have something that it was very hard to do before, which is this hyper-personalized service. I think something that I guess every one of us wants to have is a service that it fits exactly for my needs. That was very hard before. That's why you have seen models like subscription-based, which is the same service for everyone. But the technology that I was describing allow us to be able to have the specific service that you want to consume and for the amount of traffic that you want to. And this is something that we have started to experience with some leading customers, which are not offering the traditional models of pricings and packages based on subscriptions, but you only pay for what you consume for the time you consume the service. This classification technology allow us to be able to, and the traffic insight allow us to be able to do that more smarter pricing models. Another example here is about the way that we have delivered A2P messages or messages from companies to consumers. If you think about this today, and since we have this service available, the price for sending a message is exactly the same, regardless of the nature or the importance of that message. Now with AI, we could categorize those messages in order to be able to have a much more intelligent pricing model. I think APIs and the economy of APIs allows telecom networks to expose services in the way that we have not done before. I think this is not new. APIs have been for many of our clients available and they have been in service, but it has been very siloed. And that makes for the developer community and the hyperscale community really hard to be able to build services on top of those proprietary APIs. So what we have discussed about is how to go from a silo to a more industry approach with the initiative from the GSM8 and the Linux Foundation with the Camara project for how to target this challenge in a more holistic way. If you think about a little bit in the future, there is a very short-term opportunities, like for fraud prevention, that could become revenues short-term if we get the act together to at least to secure that 80% of the subscriptions have this service available in a country. If one day the telecom industry wants to meet the AI war, APIs will be the way to communicate. And that's why I think it's so important that we get grip of this and we grab the opportunity.